In PMIS, to look up a diagnosis, an ICD-10, using keywords, do the following. First, we're going to bring up the account. And if we go to the diagnosis code fields, we probably already have ICD-9s in there. I'm going to use the keyword search, and if you look at the bottom of the screen, it will tell you to enter the pound key for keywords. So I'm going to put the pound key and I'm going to hit enter. And when I do that, a window pops up asking me for diagnosis terms. So I'm going to put some terms in and see what we find. So first of all, I'm going to put in the word shoulder, and then pain. So we're looking up shoulder pain. I click OK. It takes a little longer since we are looking at all of the diagnosis codes from CMS. And you will notice that you are prompted for laterality, which is left or right. So we're going to choose the right shoulder. So the more keywords you use, the less the results will be. If we use a keyword that's going to give us a lot of items, then we'll see that we can narrow it down by adding more keywords. So I'm going to put in fracture, and you'll see that there are a lot of diagnosis codes for fracture. So when you're selecting diagnosis codes, you're going to need to be as specific as possible. You're going to need to know if it's an initial encounter, if there is laterality, which side the diagnosis is for, left or right. And so make sure that when you have the option to be more specific, that you take that, because you will eventually get rejections if you do not select the most specific diagnosis code. This time we're going to be more specific in our keywords so that we can narrow down the results to choose from. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the pound sign and enter. And my keywords are going to be fracture, left arm, initial. Now this is going to tell the system to look for any diagnosis that's got the words fracture, left arm, and initial in them. So you can see when we look at fractures, we have a lot of diagnosis codes to choose from. Orthopedics has probably the largest group of ICD-10 codes to choose from. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the most specific code that represents what we're here for, and that's how you use keywords to look up your diagnosis codes.